Men do not chase anymore, and you got some men that are brave enough to tell you not gonna chase. That just don't sit well with me.
Not honestly and truthfully, I do come to Everyday late on purpose because I'm a lady.
Don't act wounded when she uses you. You knew exactly who she was the moment that you felt unsafe and stayed anyway.
Let a man go broke. Let a man get comfortable. She's leaving.
Because the meaner the women of today become will increase the better quality of men for tomorrow. Amen.
But hit the button, P. Push the button and see. But you know your girl. You know what get on her damn nerve.
I might be single for the rest of my life. Series about dating in this day and age. Part 1. I want to work on this one first because this one is my most recent. Men do not chase anymore, and you got some men that are brave enough to tell you they're not gonna chase, and that just don't sit well with me. So who gonna be doing the chasing? Like you comfortable with telling me you a feminine man? Cause dominance is going to chase. And I don't fault just the men, because why aren't they chasing? It had to been some type of revolution where women evolved to be doing most of the chasing for the men to feel like they don't need to chase. I might be single for the rest of my life. Not designed that way. I'm not designed to chase behind nobody. If it don't come easy to me, I don't want it. And what I mean by easy, I don't mean that there isn't no challenges. I overcome challenges with a partner. But if we keep bumping heads, we don't never see eye to eye, we don't think alike, we don't have the same plans for the future, it's gonna make it hard. So that ain't easy. And that's part 1. I got so many different subjects to hit on.
Now, part 1, and you're saying this at 38 years old, not married, don't plan on getting married, or nobody wants to marry you, right? But what did you do in the past? I don't want to talk about that, but we're going to get into this because today we're going to talk about the signs a lot of females ignored. Now the dating pool looks different because if you showing you don't care, because there are a lot of ladies who don't care. They even act like men, right? They act like the men doing them wrong, and they put it on the whole date market. So what's happening? All men don't care anymore, right? And you're gonna notice that today. Let's get into this.
Specializes in intimate weddings, courthouse and elopements, engagements, couples photos, anniversaries, that type of stuff. I can see when a man is like checked out. There is no connection there. It's like God has literally given me eyes to see true godly love versus worldly lust or loathe or whatever you want to call it, because it ain't love. But I can see when that man he do not want to be there. He do not like the woman. None of her jokes are funny to him. Nothing that she or the kids do is impressive to him. Like I can clearly see when these men are unhappy. And then it be like engagement photos. Like, y'all not even married yet, and this man act like this. Sis. I see a lot, and man, it's just so much that we as women don't see when we so focused on trying to get a man, trying to get a man to stay, trying to have a just have a man just to say you got a man, and you already seen the signs, and you think like having a baby gonna make him change. You think getting a ring gonna make him change, marrying him gonna make him change, moving in with him gonna make him change. It's not. It don't work like that at all. A lot of these men be like walking demons in a meat suit. So narcissistic. And you can see it in their eyes, in the photos. Like, and I'm like, if we don't focus on loving us first, we miss out on so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much that God want to reveal to us. Like, our discernment have to be sharpened before we get into a relationship. You need discernment to be able to see the enemy. And a lot of us, okay, I'm saying us because I've been in a situation, married my enemy twice, but a lot of us will literally be sleeping with our own enemies because we don't know the difference between good and evil. Like, in the back of my mind, I just be like, dang, I hope she wake up and see it. Dang, I hope she see it one day. And I know somebody was probably like that with me. Shoot, it was people in my first marriage, it was people that knew I was being cheated on, but they still smiled in my face, still pretended to be my friend, even after the divorce. It's people that literally waited to the end of the marriage when I was going through the divorce to tell me stuff that was going on when I was married. But that's another story for another day, child. And as a photographer, like specializing in these areas, marriage, couples, weddings, and all that stuff, I see it. And it's very noticeable. But it's not noticeable to somebody that is in the situation and somebody that is not moving with discernment. So I say all that to say, love yourself first, ladies. If you single right now, baby, enjoy your singleness. Get to know God, get to know yourself, love on you, and build your mindset, right? Build structure in your life. Build with God. Build that solid foundation so that when a man does come, you'll be able to know if it's from God or if it's a decoy, a counterfeit, a demon in a meat suit. That's it. I love you.
Now, I heard what she said, and you notice she said, married my enemy twice, and then she said, one guy cheated on her, which was grounds for divorce. What happened with the other guy? You claim he was a narcissistic. You sure you weren't a narcissistic, right? So, also, she said that you can see it in their eyes and you take wedding photos, right? So, have you ever heard of bridezillas? I'm sure you've seen the show. And you're probably one of those types that'll watch Love and Hip Hop or something like Bridezillas over and over and over, and you see the headaches. If anybody's ever seen one of those shows, you know what I'm talking about. So could you imagine if he was going through that? Because a lot of times a man, yeah, he wants those things too, but he doesn't want the lights and shining, glimmering cover girl. That's what she wants. He doesn't care about that, right? So imagine what he was going through. Of course, he was dead inside. To him, it's going cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So, from what you said, obviously, right? Because I'm a little old. Obviously, you don't understand enough life to see why these guys have no soul. You don't see how these guys were drained. And you said one guy was bad with you. What about the other one? You're talking about demons, divorce. Come on now. But let's continue. because this next guy is going to drop some serious game. Watch this.
Maybe you've never felt this feeling that I'm about to deep dive. You ever had a moment where you just reach, maybe you're looking to get some warmth out of a woman that has been like routinely cold. You try to pluck some human feeling out of her. The person on the other end just looks at you almost like you're weak. And this might not be a result of them disliking you in any way. Probably just a result of the fact that she doesn't connect anymore. She just calculates. The modern era has carved out a new and particular kind of human. Isolation did it. The scalability of lust did it. It turned a bunch of women into something that we're afraid to name. They're not monsters. They're something much more efficient than that. Two fundamental modes. The first is to survive, acquire resources, garner influence, neutralize threats, protect the self by any means necessary. The other is to bond, connect, to collaborate, to attach. Most humans, for most of human history, ran both modes. The bonding system acted like a throttle and slowed you down. It made you think before exploiting. It made you feel empathy or guilt. It removed consequence, and it supplanted the whole reason that anyone ever bonded in the first place. Emotional reward. But most importantly, it changed the way that we abandon people. Now scale that to decades of dopamine on demand. When the leverage that her body gives her scales infinitely, the female Machiavellian becomes inevitable. That's the thing we're afraid to name. Her not a performance. The people that come to her wanting connection are not partners. They are potential clients. They are warm bodies who have not yet learned to stop asking. Across the internet became a weapon. She has seen 1,000 men beg and give up their belly like a scared beagle. And she has learned correctly that she does not have to give anything in return. Recipe is a to her. She can barely do long division, but she understands somewhere deep in her pussy the pull of supply and demand, and she correctly assumes that she is the bottleneck. So watch her now. When you offer friendship, you offer her warmth, you expect some slow, expensive labor of trust building. Her system flags you as weak and boring. Not because she's cruel, because in her mind, you are running an old patch. In her world, the need for connection is not beautiful. It is boring and borderline bitch made. You are asking energy on something that supplies to her no strategic advantage. She sees it as you exposing some soft spot because her cognitive architecture is designed to detect and exploit exactly that. You make a critical error when you try to induce humanity, compassion, patience, the tedium of emotional reciprocity. You believe you are offering her something valuable, something maybe you can wake up in her. Maybe she just forgot. You can't. She didn't. We're feeding a signal that her system cannot parse. She does not feel moved or grateful. She feels used. The wild part is that she's not really wrong. I mean, not by the logic of the world that we've built anyway. An environment rewards her. She will outmaneuver you. She will outlast you. She will disappear you without a backwards and sleep incredibly. This is just because she has never softened and you have. That's the only difference. Stop offering your heart to women who have amputated theirs. If you're sitting there hoping that maybe you can just her hard enough, maybe she'll remember how to feel something, you need to get a new puppy. Don't act surprised when she looks through you. Don't act wounded when she uses you. You knew exactly who she was.
You gotta push every button she got. Every button, push it. Piss off. That's gonna tell you the real right there, bro. But if you being Mr. Right, Mr. Nice, of course she gonna be happy. Who gonna mess this nice life up? So what you gotta do is push every button she got. You got to. And when if she don't break, yeah, she care about you for real. But if you're doing everything right, she gonna get bored, P. She gonna get bored. And when she get bored, usually the person she go to next is a nigga that push all her buttons and ain't boring. A nigga that piss her completely off. It's mandatory, P. Don't let her walk around happy 24/7. Piss her off. Piss off, bro. Push every she got. Break them bitches. Push the button. Stomp on them. But hit the button, P. Push the button and see. I ain't saying being disrespectful, but you know your girl. You know what get on her damn nerve. Get on her damn nerve, P. I gonna tell you for real. Okay.
It's messed up because a lot of times in the West, this is what you have to do. Unfortunately, this is the game now because dating has turned into a game. So when ladies say, oh, my man is a narcissist, he's not a narcissist. He's flaying his fingers flat on those buttons because he has to. Because you hear them, oh, I'm not dating anymore. Yeah, some of those ladies went through Chads and Tyrones, but this is a little different because this man is talking about his girlfriend. Hear me out now. It's not one of those situations where the man is saying, "Oh, a girl I want to talk to." He said his girlfriend. This is a man that's in a relationship, not somebody, how girls say, "Oh, guys keep saying, let's just stay friends." No, his girlfriend. It's very important. Men are getting colder.
But he does not enjoy the fact that I come to every date late. Now, honestly and truthfully, I do come to every date late on purpose because I'm a lady. And I feel as though a man should be there waiting on me. You need to be waiting on me. You need to be anticipating if I'm coming or not.
What?
It's like extremely late. I probably be like 15 minutes late. But it's the anticipation of me walking in, right? You need to have a table together and all this other kind of stuff. By the time I get there, I just need to walk in. Or you don't want to watch me walk? You ain't trying to see me walk? I'm trying to show you what I'm working with. And you worried about me being late. So I told him that I'm sorry that he feels that way. And that I'll do better with my time management skills. Y'all, I'm gonna come even later now.
Run.
Just because you complain.
If a man has to go through that, and this is what men are doing, and a lot of men are not doing it, but I think this is what men should do, right? Because of course, if you're still in the West, you may still be getting in relationships. So when that happens, and they say, "You want to see me walk?" You got to have the attitude, "Yeah, I want to see you walk right out the door," right? Because if you don't let her walk right out the door, that is disrespect. Men are not playing. Respect my time, right? And what are men saying? As the guy said, female Machiavellians, yes, they all are. But what are men requiring now? Reciprocation. You can't respect me and show me that respect? Bye-bye.
Sayonara. Experiences as a man is realizing that women actually don't give a about you at all. Now, are there women out there who genuinely get into relationships because they genuinely fall in love with you and I was even about to say what you can provide, because that's all they give about. There are literally like 0.01% of women out there who actually get into a relationship with you for you, who you are as a person. It's all about what being with you says to them about themselves and their value. And that's why so many women fall out of love with their man inside of the relationships or get divorced from their man when they're in marriages. It's because when you get soft, when you get comfortable as a man and you start to open yourself up, you start to let your guard down, you're not being as mysterious, you're telling her everything about yourself. She starts to lose interest in you because now to her, she's seeing you at your worst and not just at your best. And she's like, I can't do it. I don't like what he is now. Right now, I was just at the mall and I saw a dude who was with a woman who was pretty fat. And I saw multiple situations like this. Dudes who were with fat women. And in my mind, I'm not judging at all. I'm like, bruh, do what you want to do. But it was interesting to me where I'm like, that man actually loves that woman. Like, even though we all see that she's fat, in his mind, he looks at the person that she used to be and is like, bruh, there's some kind of part of that that's still inside of her. There are so many men out there who are in relationships and marriages with women who were previously skinny and gotten fat because they always gave a the woman and not who she was on the outside. But let a man go broke, let a man get fat, let a man get comfortable, let a man get soft, she's leaving. It's because she never gave a who you were as a person. It's who you were portraying yourself to be. It's who you were on the outside. And once you can understand that a relationship is all about a woman's ego, you start to know how to play it, so then you always keep her around.
Mm-hmm. And you see, you see what he said. You have to understand what's going to keep them around. But a lot of men don't care about that, right? But then they wonder why they get the games. This is why you get the
One
games.
of the weirdest and most
because most ladies want the games. It's sad, but so true.
This generation is so difficult because it's literally like the jungle. It's like a lion versus a gazelle. And the gazelle are the men. And And the women are the lions. Better yet, the side chicks and the mistresses are the lions. Y'all, they will literally put a whole death contract on you, on the main chick, just because they want your man. And the man didn't even meet the chick yet. Trust me, they are searching your page, scoping you out prior to making their connection. It is ruthless out here. Not only are they doing death contracts, they will turn their life upside down just so y'all can hate each other. The moment y'all start arguing and bickering in your household, that's when she's gonna be like, okay, I can make my move. And that's when she's gonna get in his inbox or make her move at work or wherever she's connected to him. She's gonna set it in stone. Like, y'all really don't know, like, it's really set up like that. Every step, levels. Oh, they smart. They're very strategic. They'll even go as far as making sure you die. Spiritually die. Upside down. Buried. Contract. Curse. Car accident. Coma. Deathbed. Brain dead. Just to get your man. And the man don't even know. Whole time he got all these spirits on him. He don't even know his head from his ass. Y'all, I cannot make this up. These spiritual streets are ruthless. These side chicks, these crazy chicks, and they ain't even side chicks yet. They just chicks that are crazy. The desperation of having somebody's man is disgusting. Go get your own man. They got all these old people in a nursing home. Go get an old person, like with a social security check and with trust funds and stuff. Like, go get one of them. At least you don't have security.
Yeah, girls are not trying to do that. She has to understand when most girls say, because they'll look at an old man like an old man to go overseas and be God's gift. But in America, not to all, because you got some ladies that like older guys. In America, evil, get away from me. That's just how it is, and it's not going to change. Because nowadays, if a guy's more than 10 years older, it's a problem. And but this is what's going on, and this is real what she's saying, right? Because I'm sure she's heard stories. She didn't tell any right then and there, but it's wicked out there. And I just want to say, for the brother who had the green hat on, who was dropping game, this is his channel name. Look at it. Buh, ain't shh. Ain't that something? BAS. Bass is the brother's name. Crazy.
Is it is absolutely ruthless when you demonstrate any form of weakness.
Any form of weakness.
All of a sudden, all compassion, care, and love that she once had for you goes right out that door. You will watch that woman in her eyes. You will see in her eyes the switch. And when that switch flips and she no longer feels anything for you, she's gone. When she is gone emotionally from the inside out, there's nothing that you can do to win her back. There's nothing that you can do to salvage that relationship. It's over. Men oftentimes refuse to understand these because they are still under the false belief of unconditional love. They wholeheartedly and fundamentally believe that she can love you the way that you hope she can. Believe that she can love you the way that maybe your mother loved you, the way that your parents loved you, where it's unconditional and no matter what, you're still going to have somebody for you. You have to understand it doesn't work like that, due to the fact that her desire level is going to be rooted somewhat in arousal, and her desire level is going to be rooted in her sexual desire for you. The only way that that stays and maintains is if you act right.
Damn. And how do you act right? Like the other brother said, push those damn buttons.
Have the patience to deal with our emotions and the nonsense that we come with. So if your man is doing all of that, you have to appreciate it.
Yeah, you do. But what's happening is most ladies won't, because they're cold. And see, her, she is a little seasoned. I can see it all over your face. You don't have to say a word. She's had her days. She's had her days when she was young, running the streets, having fun, and thinking just like this lady right.
You know how we have that running joke, right? That the meaner you are to that man, the better he gonna act, right? The meaner you are to him, the better he's going to behave, right? The meaner you are, the stricter you are, the tighter the program, the better results you receive from said man. It's not a joke no more. It's not a joke. Nope. You got 30 minutes, in fact, because the meaner the women of today become will increase the better quality of men for tomorrow. Amen.
You can't make this up.
And I'm talking scientifically. Scientific evidence supports this. The more aggressive you women get, the better quality of men you will have to pick from tomorrow. And if we're really going to take it all the way there, even a man will tell you. Even a man will tell you he like his women mean. He like his girl mean. He like it. He knows that that's the woman he needs by his side to actually build whatever empire he envisions. He knows this. They'll either say it straight out. Listen, my girl mean as she mean as fuck. Or they'll make a joke about it. You know, oh, nobody hates on you harder than your girl. But at the end of the day, that's the woman he chooses to make his wife because he know. He know. He can't do shit with that soft woman. You know exactly the kind of soft I'm talking about. Please, let's not play that semantics game here, okay? Okay. And now commences the part where I give you the scientific evidence so that you could use in future arguments. You are welcome. According to the National Institutes of Health, Lund University, and the PubMed Central, female aggression, female rejection actually acts as a stimulant that helps trigger evolution and helps shapes the characteristic traits of males. Last year, it was made aware that it's actually human males that experience this overwhelming sensation to reproduce, which makes sense considering that is the standard with all males across all species everywhere. Their entire existence is to reproduce. But see, the human male was able to convince the human female into believing that that biological clock that he hears ticking away in his system belonged to her when that was a lie. That biological clock was never for us. We have other things that we can contribute to the world aside from children. So now it makes sense when you think about it that if a female rejects a male, that he would evolve into becoming exactly what she would accept. Because the whole point is for what? Him to get accepted by her so that he can what? Reproduce. And now we read the scientific evidence. Boom, female aggression acts as a powerful driver in the evolution of male characteristics by forcing males to adapt to competition, resistance, and male choice constraints, according to studies of various species. While male-to-male competition is a well-studied driver of evolution, accumulating evidence indicates that female competition and aggression, often overlooked, shapes male traits over generations.
Their web is very wide. I told you guys there's feminist writings on the walls out here in the Philippines. I'm sure it's in every country, right? I saw female names in the men's bathroom. I was shocked. I told my wife about the picture. I forgot her name. I'm back in the province, so I'm going to go to the bathroom and see if it's there. And if it's there, I'm going to record it to show you. I have to do it. Because you see, the webs are wide and far, and the lies are everywhere. They're spread out like tentacles. She just said that females' biological clock is a lie that men use when females will know it's the truth. We're doomed. Ain't no hope for the future.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.